let's talk about high SWR. You have high SWR and you automatically think, one thing you will be think, oh, my radio will be gone, will be fried. Not quite. Modern radio have SWR bridge inside. Even very old radio from 1970s have SWR bridge, and this will be reduce power to some value where it's not compromise your final stage transistors. It's not compromise. And what compromise your transistor? Voltage. When you have too much reflection, reflected voltage is added to the forward voltage, and you have voltage above the limit for your transistors or any semiconductors. It's not problem with vacuum tubes. They anyway work on very high voltage, and the voltage is very high, so there is no problem. You cannot easily fry the vacuum tube, but semiconductor, yes, you can fry it. They have much lower voltage. The threshold to break down is much lower, and when you add reflected power to forward power, then together you reach maximum voltage or more, you just will be fry output from your radio. But in modern radio, I say modern radio, it lasts 40 years or more, they have SWR bridge to reduce power if SWR is too high, and it's work very well. But some people say you don't lose nothing because you have a reflected power. In the ideal world, it will be correct statement. You're not losing nothing, because this not radiated energy will be reflected again from the final stage of your radio and going to the antenna and bounce back to the some portion not radiated, some will be radiated, to the final stage, and many times. And then we go to the cable loose, coaxial cable or other cable loose, transmission line loose. Because transmission line is not ideal, they have some rules. If you have ideal SWR 1 by 1, 1 to 1, your rules is minimal practically. But if you have very high SWR, and this energy must go many times back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, you guess what happened. Your energy, RF energy, will be become heat up cable. It's not perfect, it's not ideal, because there is no ideal world in the reality. In the reality, you have coaxial cable with loose, you have coaxial cable with dielectric loose, you have coaxial cable maybe older than a year or two, and in production any factory who product coaxial cable does not have a warranty more of 2 years. After 2 years, coaxial cable must be replaced. We do not do this. we use coaxial cable until we buy a new one a radio and then buy a new coaxial cable. But coaxial cable lose their property, and after few years it's not same coaxial cable. It cannot be in the best possible condition. So say to so what if reflected power? If you put antenna tuner between radio and very long cable and antenna, and this antenna tuner is near your radio, you will be make happy your radio. It will be always see 50 ohm, no reactance, and it's okay. It can give maximum power. But what happened after antenna tuner? After antenna tuner you have a coaxial stage. Nothing is like must be. Neither 1% of this. You have too high reflection, and this cable will be eat your energy. Why people use even now parallel line? Because parallel transmission line have less loose. How so? How can be a very simple parallel line less loose than some very expensive coaxial cable? It's the same principle like transfer electrical energy in power grid. You don't use 120 volt or 220 in the rest of the world from the electric power plants to do the every household. Nope. First you start with a very high voltage, and this voltage raise much more to 400,000 volt. Why so? Because power is a voltage time by current. You don't need too much current to transfer energy. Just raise the voltage. Why so high voltage? Because you have less current. Less current means less ohm resistance lose in the cable, and this is what is same for parallel cable. Parallel cable are 50 ohm, 300 ohm, 600 ohm, depend. They are much more than 50 ohm. So imagine the current is less than in coaxial cable, and you have less loose. You have less ohmic loose in pure resistance. Also dielectric loose in parallel cable, old 3 lead 300 ohm parallel line for TV widely used is long ago replaced by coaxial cable because have own problem. They have much more loose than, for example, if you made homebrew you 300 ohm or 600 ohm parallel line. Why? Because you will be make a spacer, and between it will be air. Air is almost ideal insulator. Ideal will be vacuum, pure vacuum, but not easy to obtain vacuum. Maybe in space, but not on the earth. And we use air. Air is insulation between a wire, and it's less loose. Yes, it make lose if rain and it's wet. Unlike coaxial cable have no problem with this. But coaxial cable have problem with the common mode current and other problem that parallel have no problem with this. And this is something it's good to know. Why still in the 21st century we use parallel line? Is it something for belong for past before 100 years maybe? Nope. The rule of physics stays same. How to make radio, it's improve every year, and we have now almost computer with coaxial collector for antenna. Today radio is resemble more to computer than normal radio, but they have some they have some advance that we cannot make with analog technology. But analog technology also have own advances that cannot make be with digital technology, because when you make digital signal from analog signal, you lose something, and when you make this digital signal to analog to be able to hear this, also lose something. Not too much, but constantly losing something. And you have limitation, always will be limitation. Every technology have limitation. What cannot do. And that's all. Rule of physics stay. We just try to use them much more possible, but the rule of physics stay same. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. This is 9 Alpha 3 Hotel Papa.